So this is my little spray bottle from IKEA. I think I got this for like, I don't know, $2 or something, I can't remember. First thing we put in is water, because the main thing we want to do is hydrate and get hydration into our hair. No better source of hydration or moisture than H2O. So I'm just gonna go into some water. It really doesn't matter the temperature, because the temperature's gonna change over time. We'll eventually get to room temperature. I'm trying to gauge how much water I want to have in here. Okay, this is just a fair amount of water. I might take some out. Yeah, this is how much water I settled on having. Could we say it's half? I don't know. I'm a lawyer, so I'm not good at math, so yeah. I don't know, you just kind of gauge how much you want. I'm gonna put a little bit of tea tree oil. The reason why I'm putting tea tree oil is it's nice, antiseptical, and it's really good for the scalp. When I have cornrows, my scalp itches like to no end. I don't know, something about like cornrows. I think it's just having all my hair pressed against my scalp, like it just makes my hair so itchy. So I'm just gonna go in with some drops of tea tree. I'm not putting a lot because I don't want. This is my tea tree oil. Thursday's Plantation, Australia's original tea tree oil. It's like a big thing in Australia. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put in a few drops of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that should be enough. Yeah, I want enough in there to like make a difference, but I don't want so much that it's like this overpowering and intense smell. Yeah, those 4 little drops is enough. I've literally played around with different things in my spray bottle just to see what works, what doesn't work. I was literally trying to see if that 3-in-1 conditioner I like, if it mixes in well with water and it gets water soluble nicely. It evidently doesn't, so we're not going to use that as a conditioner. Okay, I'm going to do something, and I want everyone to be chilled. I want everyone to be chilled. No one's going to judge me. I know y'all all have money and we all like to act like we're so rich, and y'all be real fake, classy and whatnot. I am going to take some conditioner bottles that I have. I know there's conditioner in here. I'm going to cut them open. Why would you cut it open? It's finished, girl. Go buy another one. Let me show y'all something. Y'all don't know. There will be product inside these things. That's why sometimes you cut it open. Like when it's at a point where you feel like you have gone through and taken out as much as you can get out. So some product still coming out of here, which is good. Okay, see? That's when we now cut. When I cut that open and you see that? There's product in there, right? As I was saying, so I'm literally using a knife in there to get that remaining product out. This is so ghetto, girl. What are you doing? Baby, first of all, this conditioner is like $22. This is probably one of the most expensive hair products that I like. I'm gonna get my money's worth, okay? I don't know if you've seen, but the economy is real fucked up right now. It's really fucked up. So we are gonna be fiscally responsible, okay? Yeah. There's so many beauty products where like the packaging, the way that it's designed, so much product ends up trapped and stored in the bottle. So yeah. See, being broke makes you resourceful. So while I'm doing my little expedition to get conditioner out of these bottles, just picking up on what I posted about earlier, child safety, that big sting, catching a predator. Exactly. Just very recently, a lot of people were upset about Big W having a book that had age-appropriate sex ed information for kids. And to be honest, the panic around that and people acting dense and obtuse like the book was telling kids how to have sex is just very dishonest. And it gets to a point where you have to ask yourself, the only people who wouldn't want a child to know the appropriate terms for their body parts and understand consent are predators. Why don't you want a child to know that their vagina is called a vagina, penis is called a penis, people shouldn't touch them without their consent and all that stuff? And also, when we talk about, consent, the example I gave of how I used to teach consent with my nieces, another way that is really a good way of teaching consent, in another example, obviously, you're not going to sit down with kids and talk to them graphically about child sexual abuse. That's not a savory discussion, it's the unspeakable. Great ways to teach kids consent, especially with hair. Hair is an excellent way to teach kids consent and introduce those concepts. Before you do your kids' hair, ask them, hey, can I do your hair? Hey, can we wash your hair today? Can we go into the shower and wash your hair? I want to wash your hair. I'm going to put in a shampoo. I want you to close your eyes because it's going to sting. So I'm going to be touching your hair. That is a great way to teach your child about their agency over their body. This is their body, their space. You're recognizing, hey, I want to touch you. Is that okay? If they say no, I don't want you to detangle my hair, cool, leave it. You forcing yourself on that child and they're crying and you're forcing yourself into doing their hair. That's like, if your kid says right now, no, I don't want to have my hair done, it is not the end of the world. Parents have so many opportunities to teach kids so much stuff and model really good behavior, not just parents, like aunts and uncles, And I think when we don't harness those opportunities, we're really missing out. Hair is the easiest way to teach consent. I've always asked my nieces, can I do your hair? They'll say yes, they'll say no, try again another time. But the message that I'm giving them and what they're learning is, you are in control of your body. No one can make you do anything you don't want to do with your body. Not me, your auntie, not your mama, not anyone at school, and not Tom, Dick, Harry, or anyone, And those are really easy ways to teach children consent, not forcing kids to hug relatives. When people come, stop telling your kid, give so-and-so a hug. They don't want to touch that person. Stop that shit. And y'all adults are weird. Stop this oil. The conditioner is in there. You see that? Yeah, there's some conditioner in there. Yeah, y'all were saying, oh girl, there's nothing in there. Give it up. I told y'all there was something in these products. But yeah, big reason why a lot of parents don't want discussions about consent to happen is because you're going to have to grapple with all the different ways that parents and family might violate kids' consent and also their bodily autonomy. We don't view kids as people. That's why we say children are the most vulnerable class. They're the most exploited class of people. Children are the only people who it's considered socially acceptable to hit them. You hit anyone else, it will be a criminal issue or a civil issue. Children are the only people who everyone thinks it's acceptable to hit. I'm disciplining them. When you fucked up that Q1 report, how did your boss discipline you? Your boss should have hit you too. You fucked up at work. Yeah, that's a whole other discussion for another day. Main bottom line point is, hair is a great way of teaching kids consent and explaining those concepts to them, tying into the whole child safety thing. So I have shaken that all up and mixed it together. I just want to loosen a bit and see how it's coming out. Okay, that smells nice. There's the tea tree smell, but you can also smell a bit of the conditioner, but it's not a strong smell. It is very watery right now, and you can see it's like water, yeah, because it's mostly water. I want this to mostly be water. It'll probably thicken up and whatnot. I am going to put in a little bit of coconut oil. I know oil and water, they don't mix, but somehow when you put them in a bottle, it be working. Yeah, I've been using variations of the same spray bottle mix ever since I returned natural way back when in 19 Gochanembe. I'm hitting back in 2013. So get a little bit of that conditioner. Where is a little enough that I had? So I'm now gonna. So this is coconut oil I have. I don't know if I'm gonna put all of it. I just wanna take a little bit of it, and that's what I want to put in here. I like coconut oil in the summer. Now that it's summertime, that's usually the oil that I use. Well, it's not summertime here, but
Honey band, guns in the sprinter van. Never play middle, man. We gotta get him, man. If I don't feel him, man, we gotta kill him, man. Spend like a silly fan. Not for the dividends, reaping the benefits. Like he an immigrant. Lot of artillery, special delivery. Show my agility and my ability. Go on a killing spree like we the military. Play with my cash and I'm on your ass. Like the pockets on the back of your pants. Lay on my stairs like it was a mattress. Pillowcases filled though with my bands. Put a grand in the attic. Another grand like magic. Yes, mathematics. Getting paid is a habit. Falling like I was a maverick.
that's it. So this is the spray ball mix that I'm using to moisturize my hair daily, just spraying it. The big reason why I wanted it to be very watery is because my hair is in a protective style right now. I can't be applying thick, heavy creams and products to my hair because when I clean my hair, I'm not going to be able to rinse out all that product. So there's no point in me taking this conditioner and just trying to slab it on into my hair because I'm just going to have crazy buildup because there's no way for dirt to really come out of my hair. Like, you can clean your hair a bit when you have braids and cornrows, but that dirt all concentrates and, you know, goes into little corners. That's why when you take down your hair, you've got a lot of that dirt and buildup. So when you've got styles like cornrows and whatnot, you want to use very lightweight products so you're not having that product buildup because that's gonna harden, and when you go to take out your hair,